Hello, welcome to Yoga Flow. So today's class, we actually will start off a little bit differently today. We're actually going to start on our backs. We'll get there in a moment. But just a real quick prop check. If you need or want a block or two, I would certainly have those in case you need them. We will use one for sure at the end. We will use a strap today as well. Both in the beginning and the end of class. And then there's a bind in the middle of the class where if you can't really clasp your hands together very well or shoulders are really tight, you might like it for that. Otherwise, folded blanket, which is sitting behind me here. If you need that for a knee cushion or something that you like to do, use it for in Shavasana time, you can bring it in. Otherwise, you won't need it today. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start on our backs today. So however you need to get down there, you can get down there. And then because this is our first kind of being on our backs and might not be that warm, I'm going to recommend that you have a little bend in the knees. However, if you're feeling totally good today and it would be better for you to take your legs long, then please don't let me stop you from doing that. So from here, just kind of rest the arms to the side. I'm going to kind of do a little wiggle here just to get settled. And then as we get settled, notice your body. And I want you to kind of get a feel for a few different little pressure points here. So think about the tailbone being heavy and connected. Maybe that natural curvature of the low spine. Low rib cage heavy and connected. And could we be a little bit wider through the collarbone here? And your arms can just do what they want to do, be there where they want to be. And then from here, just think about that breath. And as you inhale, find that lateral expansion of the rib cage. And maybe kind of consider if it feels different, weird, or about the same when you're lying down on your back versus sitting up, where we normally start our practice. And could you take your belly button in a little bit more towards the spine as well? And we'll inhale and expand. And exhale here a few moments. Good. Now from here, we're going to come into a full body stretch. So I am going to take my legs long. I'm going to take my arms long behind me. And I'm just going to really reach from the edge of the fingertips to the edge of the toes. Good. Just a nice little stretchy here. Good. Now, if this feels good to you, you can stay here. It's going to feel better for me if I take a little bend in the knees again. So that's where I'm going to go. And then I'm going to take my hands right to my heart center. And as I take my hands to the heart center, I want to bring in an intention for practice. What would you like to give or receive? Maybe you'd like to dedicate this class to someone or something. So again, my theme for this week is joy. So you're welcome to bring in joy. And then once you have that set, we will release. Now from here, we're going to get into a few different things. Normally, we do this first stretch at the end of class. Today, we're going to do it at the beginning of class. So grab your trusty strap here. And remember, a belt, like a piece of clothing belt, also works just as good here. I'm going to thread this right through the center part of my right foot. And you can find any grip here that feels good to you for your range of motion. So let that leg, that hip settle into its socket. Find length from crown to tail. Your belly button is still in to protect the low back here. And when you're ready, just bring that leg in towards the face. Now keep a little micro bend in your right knee. We don't want to lock it out. We're going to breathe and expand. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, We'll gently release that leg back to center. Good. Take both straps into the right hand. We're going to take our right leg out into an external rotation, also known as a lateral rotation. So toes, knees, and hips are going to turn out away from the body. The heel is going to swing inward towards midline. We have the strap in the right hand. Both hips, both shoulders are going to stay grounded. Really anchor through your left side as you take that right leg out to the right. Good. So remembering if your left hip pops up here, your leg's too far out to the right, you want to bring it up a little bit. If you're looking for something a little special, you can tug in towards that right shoulder. Now breathe and expand the rib cage here. Keep your core connection. And then from here, we're going to bring that back in. We'll take that leg back to parallel. So toes, knees, and hips are going to face the body. I'm going to extend my left leg long because I had it bent. I'm going to take both straps into the left hand. So from here, we're not going to go over to the full rotation just yet, but just find that arc, that 45 degrees arc, a long leg or a bent knee. And for some of us, we might have to move that leg around a little bit here to find our sweet spot. So find yours. We're getting into the outside of the hip, the outside of the thigh. Stay breathing and expanding. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll take that back to center. We're going to do that all to the other side. So just do that midair switcheroo here. You can put a bend in that right knee, or you can extend that leg long. Be where you're comfortable. A strap in each hand. Let that hip settle into its socket. Micro bend in the knee. And when you're ready, just bring that in towards the face. Finding length from crown to tail. Support your low back by belly button into the spine. Maybe bring in some joy in this hamstring and hip opener sequence. And when you're ready, we'll release back to center. Both straps into the left hand, taking your left leg into that external rotation now. So heel's going to swing inward. Toes, knees, and hips are going to turn away from the body. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. Take that leg out to the left. Good. I'm a little close to my wall. I can't go out to my full range of motion, but that's okay. So really anchor through your right side. And when you're ready, use that strap to assist you to bring that leg back into center. Toes, knees, and hips are going to face the center. I'm going to extend my right leg long now, switching hands in the straps. And I'm going to arc over a long leg or a bend in the knee. You might have to move that leg around to find your sweet spot. Find yours. Breathe and expand that rib cage. Good. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale. We'll bring that back up to center. Good. We're going to remove that strap from here. From here, go ahead. Just bring your knees into your chest for a moment. Grab behind the knees so you're more into the thighs. Find a little bit of length here as well. Maybe you want a little bit of a rock, rock, rock. Good. And then from here, taking your knees into a tabletop position. So knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor, belly button in. Good. We're going to go into some just bend and stretch here. Okay. Now, be mindful, you don't want the low back to arch. So the higher you take your legs, the easier you make this. The lower you take your legs, the harder you make this, but not at the expense of coming into that anterior tilt, pulling forward. So you want to keep that nice anchor down there. Good. If this is enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, maybe you want yogic bicycles, adding a little rotation here. Stay with the breath. Come back to that intention. We can always find joy in core work. Good. Strong core, strong digestive system. Let's reverse that. Good. This is meant to be a little bit of a challenge. So if you're feeling that, as long as you're not feeling pain and funny business in the low spine, You're in the right place. Good. And then from here, just take those knees into the chest and we'll rock side to side. Good. Dynamic twisty flow here. We're going to take the knees back into tabletop, knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. You may take your arms out into a T. That'll actually help you with a little bit more support. And then from here, trying to keep your knees even and your legs squeezed together, we're going to come over to the right into a hover. Good. And center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Could you touch the soles of the feet together, coming into a supine Badakanasana or cobbler's pose? Now, if this isn't for you, just come into that happy adult. Just let the knees bend. Feet won't touch. Just hold on to the shins. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, carefully release. Different ways to transition for different people, especially if you've got back issues or you're newer. You can roll over to your side, come up to a seat. Those of you that are okay in the spine, you want a little bit more challenge. Cross at the ankle, C curve, and we're going to rock right forward, finding all fours. Good. I'm going to scoot back here on my mat. Good. So finding all fours for cat-cows, pressing into the knuckles of the pinky, the pointer, and thumb. Let's take tops of the feet down here. Belly button is in. Just a few basics. Inhale on the cow, shining heart forward, tipping pelvis back. Exhale, press away, mad cat. And inhale and cow. And exhale and cat. And again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last time through. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. From here, when you're ready, we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So taller people, take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward. We're going to tuck our toes. Good. We're going to lift and shift. Look down at your feet. Make any adjustments that you need here. Press evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Hips, knees, and toes, ankles are going to track. Press in and forward into your mat, rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Head and neck are free. Shoulders in their pockets. Good. Now you can stay here. I do recommend a bend in the knees for this and any seated or standing forward fold we may be doing. If you're tight in the hamstrings or have low back issues, you're welcome to lengthen if you don't have those issues. Some of you are going to come to walking the dog, bending one knee, lengthening the other. And then some might come high on the toes and drop the heels a few times. So find what you need. Stillness is always available, as is this pose and child's pose. Good. Now, from your downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend those knees. Walk or step your feet forward to meet your hands. Good. Getting into all four corners of the feet, little softness in the knees. I'm just going to dangle here for a moment. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain intention, soft knees, soft tailbone, soft heart. Good. We're going to go right into 3 sun salute A's here. You choose your practice. So when you come back to the plank, you can hold that, drop to down dog, drop to child's pose, or shift back to down dog, or take your flow. You can always skip the flow. They are optional, and you will not see me take every one that I cue, but they're there if you like them and want them. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow, planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank pose. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'm going to modify this one. Good. Connect the belly button to the low back. From your downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, low bow. Inhale, root, engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2, inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, low bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip the flow. Good. From your downward facing dog, whenever you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, low bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, low bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip the flow. I'm going to skip this one personally this time. Good. Take a moment in this last down dog. Find your intention. Find your breath. And when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend those knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, when you bow. Now from this bow, put a little bend in the knees here. Good. Now we're going to do a twist from here. So if you need to bring the floor more up to you, bring in your block. Remember, you've got 3 heights on your block here to use. If you don't need that, you can come to the floor. But good. I'm getting stable in all 4 corners of the feet. My left hand is going to come under my face to the floor to a block. Belly button in. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to press away. I'm going to open to the right. I'm thinking about really opening this right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Taking that hand back down. We're going to reset. Inhale. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Good. Now we'll take that to the other side. Right hand under the face on the floor or to a block. Draw up and in. We're going to open to the left. Really open towards the left. Inhale. Exhale, taking that back down. Reset. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet. Engage the glutes. Rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath. Your mountain. Your intention. Good. From here, whenever you're ready. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip that flow. So this is also one that I'm going to skip. Good. And then from here, when you're ready. Good. Blah, blah, blah. What leg is this? This is the left leg. Left leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. We're going to round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. We're going to ground down that back knee. So make sure that knee is behind the hip, not underneath it. Good. And then from here, hands can stay down or on blocks. You can come up here for a moment. Think about that front heel being grounded. Front hip will come back hip will come forward slightly. Belly button is in. Good. Inhale, exhale. Good. The right hand is going to come to the floor or to a block, and then we're going to open to the left. So really think about opening that left shoulder to the left. Inhale, exhale. Left hand's going to come down to the outside of that left foot. We're going to open to the right. Good. Not as much range of motion here. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Planting the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You can take or skip a flow. And I do apologize. I am a little congested today. Sometimes when we have a foggy morning like we did today, all that moisture plus the coolness doesn't do well for me. So from here, going to the other side. Right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step, or pick up and put that right foot forward between the hands. Left knee is going to come down here. Make sure that knee is behind the hip. Good. You can stay here or you can come up. Good. Front heel stays grounded. Front hip will come back a little bit. Back hip will come forward. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Left hand comes to the floor or to a block. Draw up and in. We're going to open to the right. Really open that right shoulder. And then exhale, we'll take that down. Right hand on the outside of the right foot. Opening to the left. Remember, smaller range of motion here for most people. Inhale. Exhale, taking that down. Planting the hands. Tucking the back foot. Front foot steps back. You can take or skip a flow. Good. From your downward facing dog when you're ready. Good. The left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. We're going to open to the left. Strong, even upper body here. Good. Taking the hips back even, keeping that left knee bent. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward. Good. Now, you have the option to lower down again if that's what you need today. Or when you're ready, find stability as you rise. Crescent Warrior. So I'm pressing back through that back heel if you're lifted, but my back heel is not grounded. That hip, ankle, foot on that side is forward. Hip, ankle, feet facing forward here. Could one day shoulders and hips be in alignment? Could you zip up from pubic bone behind the navel? We're going to go into a twisty again. Some of you are going to take hands to prayer, hinging forward, finding your length as you prayer twist to the left. Others are going to do better, taking your right hand down, opening to the left. This hand can come to a block or to the floor. Find yours. Really open through that left shoulder. Be strong through that back thigh if you're lifted. Watch that front knee. Find that front heel. Inhale, exhale, coming back, planting the hands. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Now notice how you're already starting to feel here. And we're going to go right into the other side. Right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Good. We're going to open, open, open to the right. Strong, even upper body. Inhale. Exhale. Hips are going to come back even to the mat. Knee is bent. Inhale. Exhale, round forward. Step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. You choose lifted back knee or grounded. And then when you're stable, rise into your crescent. Good. So if you're lifted, we're going to press back through that back heel. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. Relax to the shoulders. Good. From here, when you're ready, you're going to choose your own adventure here. You're going to take your hands to prayer, hinge it forward, take the prayer twist to the right, or the left hand's going to come down to the floor to a block as you twist to the right. So find what your body needs here. Really open that left shoulder. Can you be strong through that back leg? So remember, the lifted knee here has to do with power and balance. It has nothing to do with twisting. Twisting comes from the spine, not from the hips or the legs. And then from here, when you're ready, we're going to come back. Good. Planting the hands, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip the flow. Whew. Noticing how you feel from your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend those knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath. Mountain, intention. Good. Soft knees, soft tailbone, soft heart. Good. Okay. We're going to go into sun salute to be here. So this first one is just very basic. There's no add-ons or anything like that. So if you are someone that may be a little bit newer, or maybe balance isn't so great today, I'm going to cue you to be parallel hip width apart here. So this will be you. Those of you that are more advanced can step in closer together or completely together. So find where you need to be. Good. I'm going to practice together on this one. Good. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Find your heels, find your glutes, find a little bit of length in the torso. Good. Now find a little bit of engagement. Those of us that have the feet, knees, and thighs together, can you squeeze in here towards midline? Those of us that are not together, about hip width apart, could you really root in, get the outer engagement like you're trying to rip that mat apart from one side to the other? It changes the feel of your chair just a little bit when you think about a little extra engagement here. Inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Good. Those of you that had your feet a little together can step them a little bit apart here. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back into plank pose. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. When you're ready, from your downward facing dog, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Use a block or two if you need to for stability. Warrior prep. So back heel's going to swing in, heel to arch, or take this leg out wider. And as you rise, find your warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Press to the outer edge of the back foot. Good. Find that front heel, find that front toe. If you can't see it, that foot needs to be more forward. Good. Inhale, exhale. Take that path to the mat. Plant those hands, swivel up back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. When you're ready, going right into the other side. Right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Find your warrior prep, find your alignment, find stability, rise, warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Good. Good. So be strong, be stable, be engaged, find joy. Inhale, exhale, take that path to the mat, plant the hands, swivel up back foot, front foot, steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. From your downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. We'll inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, and tension. Good. So we're going to do that again. We're going to add on just a couple small things this time. So I'm going to cue you to be a little bit closer together in the feet and the legs. If you still need to be a little bit wider apart, please do so. We're going to go into a chair twist here. So from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, find your chair. Find your length. Good. Now from here, I'm going to take my hands to prayer. I'm going to lengthen through that spine just a little bit more. I'm relaxing the shoulders. I'm going to twist towards my right. Maybe elbow comes there, maybe it doesn't. And I'm going to think about really opening that right shoulder. I'm going to look down at my knees. If my left knee came forward, take the left hip back. Some of you can stay here. Some of you will open. Breathe. It's hard to breathe. The lungs are crunched here. Some of you might not even come this deep, and that's okay too. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Press through. Come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Find your prayer chair. Good. Finding breath. Come back to that joy. And then from here, when you're ready, find that length. Inhale. Exhale. You can take that prayer twist to the left, really opening that left side. Some of you, again, may not come as deep. Some of you might open your arms up here. Watch your knees. If right knee came forward, take right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. Inhale. Exhale and fold. If your feet and legs are together, separate them a little bit here. Whoo! Just take that fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank pose. You choose. Take or skip your flow. Child's pose is available to you at any time. Whenever you're ready, left leg will lift 3-point, bending that knee round. Step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. We're going to warrior prep your back foot. Find stability, rise warrior one, just where we were a moment ago. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Good. Now from here, I'm really going to lift those arms. My right hand is going to grab the left wrist, and I'm going to lift maybe a little bit more, and I'm going to take a little side bend towards the right. Not too much. You don't want to fall over. This is a little bit of a balance challenge here. Inhale. Exhale, we'll lift and release. Find that path back to your mat. Swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip your flow. And when you're ready, last time, last side. Right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep, heel to arch or a little bit wider. Find that stability, rise, warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Maybe you needed to find a different alignment on this side this time around like I did. Nothing wrong. Good. Reach. This time left hand is going to come to the right wrist. Lift a little higher. Get a little side bend towards the left. Again, maintain balance. Breathe and expand that rib cage. Find your joy, your intention. Good. Inhale. Exhale and lift. Good. Find that path to your mat with the breath. Front foot steps back. Take or skip a flow. Woo. Well, I'm getting warmer now. I hope that you are too. From your down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. We're going to lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage to the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, your mountain, and your intention. Good. We're going to come to a balance challenge here before we go into warrior, say that right, warrior, and prasarita. So I'm going to come here. We're going to come into a basic tree, and then we'll kind of do that pigeon chair stretch here. So starting on my left side, being my supported leg. Good. Hip, knee, and toe are going to track forward. I want to keep this knee nice and soft. Okay, good. So zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel, rolling shoulders back. Maybe you're choosing a kickstand. Maybe you're choosing a calf. Maybe you're choosing the thigh. If you have slippery pants, this won't work. But think about pressing the heel and thigh into each other. Make sure you're either on the thigh or the calf. We don't want to press into the knee joints. Grow tall, press into the heel, get out of the hip. Arms and hands can do whatever you want them to do. Smile, breathe. It's joyous to be among other trees. Even if they fall down, as long as you're not under it, that's a great blessing because now you're adding to the ecosystem and little mushrooms and other little animals and critters have new places to live. And then from here, when you're ready, carefully release, shake out that supporting leg. Now, we're going to stand on the right leg. We're going to pick the left ankle up, place it right on top of that knee. Good, a little bit of flexion in the foot. So just think about taking the toes towards the floor. For some of you, this might be enough. Others, you're going to sit a little bit. Some of you are going to sit just a little bit more. Good. Find your breath. Good. Find your joy. And when you're ready, we'll press up out of there and we will just shake out both legs. We're going to take that all on the other side. So now your right leg's going to be your supporting leg, hip, knee, and toe, churrak forward. Zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. Good. Finding your tree. Is it going to be the kickstand? Is it going to be the calf? Is it going to be the thigh? We'll see if I can do it here. Good. Good. Looks like I can do it today. Couldn't do it yesterday, but that's okay. Zip up. Good. Arms, hands can be anywhere you need them to be. Find your breath. Find the heel. Get up out of that hip. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully come out of your tree and shake out that supporting leg. So now standing back on your left leg. Good. We're going to bring that right ankle on top of the left knee. Good. Toes are going to be pointing downward. Again, some of you, this might be enough. Others might sit back a little bit. Others might sit back a little bit more. So find yours. Work where your body needs you to work. Remember, I'm just your guide. Your body is your best teacher. So if your body's really resisting coming into something, there may be a reason for that, and we want to honor that. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll come out. Good. We're going to shake it, shake it, shake it. We're going to go into warrior series here. We're going to come into this one from standing. So this will include an extended side angle. So if you need a block for that, put your block on your left side. That's the side that we're going to open into first. So from here, on the top of the mat, I'm going to take my right foot back. I'm going to warrior prep. Good. So heel swings in, toes come in. You want a little bit of an angle here as much as possible. Your left leg, hip, knee, and toe face forward. Pinky and knee are tracking in that direction. Good. And we'll reach. And maybe one day shoulders and hips can come into that alignment. Maybe the front hip needs to come back a little bit. Back hip needs to come forward. Find your breath. Good. From here, when you're ready, keeping a bent front knee or lengthening that leg. You choose. I'm going to lengthen today, and we'll take it back into exalted. Inhale, exhale. Whoops. Finding your balance, finding your warrior two. From here, I'm going to take both arms forward so they're at an angle. I'm going to kind of hinge forward. So I'm really rooting into my feet here. That's where I'm finding my balance. And then I'm going to take my hands down to a floor, to a block. Once I'm on the inside of that foot, I'm going to walk my hands out a little bit wider, about 45 degrees. Really anchor into the pinky toe side of that foot in the front so that your knee and your arch don't collapse inward. So if you anchor on that outside, that'll help open that up a little bit. You can stay here. Some people like to hinge back. Good. And when you're ready, inhale and lift. I'm going to walk those hands back in front of that foot. Good. I'm going to keep this front knee bent. I'm going to press to that back foot as I rise, warrior two. Then you can lengthen or keep that knee bent. Take it back, exalted. Inhale, exhale, finding warrior two. Good. So setting up for success for extended side angle. Good. So I'm going to press through this back foot. I'm going to lengthen, 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 lengthen. When I can come no more, a forearm can come to the thigh. Maybe you're bringing a block in here. You've got three heights, inside or outside of the foot. Maybe hand can come to the floor and we'll open here. Really think about opening through that shoulder. Arm can stay up. You can take it long. Some people are going to half bind here. Some people might full bind, which looks like this in your binding. It does not look like this. So if you're doing that, you're coming out of form. So remember, we don't sacrifice form for a bind. And then when you're ready, we'll release. Looking down at that front foot. We'll lengthen through there one more time. Inhale, taking it back. Exhale, move through a warrior two. Cartwheeling it down. Swiveling up the back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip that flow. And then while you're there, I'm just going to turn around here on my mat. So From your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, we'll lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your breath, your mountain intention. All right, now your right leg, that foot's going to be the front leg. We're going to step back with the left now. Finding your warrior two. Have a block handy on your right side if you think you might need one. And then from here, we're going to reach. Think about front hip will come back just a little bit. Back hip comes forward. Relax the shoulders. Belly button is in. Pressing through the back edge of the back foot. Good. When you're ready, staying with a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg. We'll take it back exalted. Good. Inhale. Exhale, finding warrior two. From your warrior two, I'm going to take that back hand forward. So now I'm at that little angle. I'm going to hinge forward here, taking hands down. I'll move my strap out of the way. Good. We'll walk it out about 45 degrees. Again, think about really anchoring through that pinky toe side of the foot on that right foot. And then maybe we hinge back a little bit. That's just so we don't collapse that inner arch and that knee collapses inward. From here, when you're ready, I'm going to lift. I'm going to walk it back around. Good. From here, good. I'm going to get into that front heel, finding warrior two, lengthening that leg, taking it back, exalted. Good. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Finding extended side angle from here. So press through the back foot. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Forearm comes to the thigh. Good. Come into the block or the floor. Open, open, open. Arm can stay up. You can take it by the ear. You can half wrap. You can fully bind, as long as you're keeping good form. Good. Inhale and exhale. From here, we'll release the bind. Inhale, look down at that front foot. Good. Find exalted one final time. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheeling that down. Planting the hands. Front foot steps back. You choose take or skip a flow. Whenever you're ready from down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Good. So we're going to step out into Prasarita. So I'm going to cue this through the bind. So, and I'm going to show this to you from a couple different angles. So we're going to step out wide here. Feet and short edges of the mat will be even to each other, as is your big toes. You want to press on the outer edges so we're not collapsing in. Good. Now, once you're there, I'm just going to turn this way so you can better see. So my shoulders are kind of cranky. They don't want to do this bind, so the strap really helps them be happy. So I've got my strap behind me here. This is also a good modification if you've got carpal tunnel or something funny in the wrist and that full clasp is not comfortable. So I'm going to press down. I'm going to roll my shoulders back and I'm going to lift. I'm pressing through the outer edges of the feet. Knees are soft. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to fold here. As I fold, I want my shoulders to stay in their sockets. I don't want them to be creepy by the ears. Breathe. Now, if this ever becomes too much in the shoulders or the hands, remember you can come out of here at any time. And from here, shake that head yes. Shake that head no. Good. Engage the outer edges of the feet. Think about somebody pulling on your hands as you come all the way up out of there. Whew. Back to standing. I'm going to release the strap, but I'm going to have it close so where I can get it when we come down to the floor. So from here, whew, I feel all noodly here. Coming into the top of the mat, we're going to start to make our way down onto the floor. So big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Take or skip a flow. Good. Now from our downward facing dog, we're going to come into that two-part pigeon that we've been working on this week in classes. So if you know that two-part pigeon, belly down pigeon is not where you need to be, please come onto your back, and what you'll do is you will cross your right ankle over the, we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. You'll just stay there, and for the second part, you'll just pull into the chest. Everyone else, right leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee, round, the right knee behind the right wrist. I'm just gonna work myself down here. Good. So fill in any space if you need to do that. Good. We're gonna get set. So belly button is in. Your right hip is gonna come back just a smidge. Left hip is gonna come forward just a smidge. It will not be a perfect square. You're just making a small adjustment. And for right here, we'll stay for 5 breaths. Good. If this is where you need to stay, you'll stay. Good. Part 2, you can fold in deeper. Those of you that are on your back, you'll bring that shin in towards the chest. 5 breaths. And as always, any pain, numbness, tingling, burning, back off what you're doing, please. From here, when you're ready, carefully, if you went belly down, you're going to come back up here. If you went onto your back, roll over onto your back. Find your downward facing dog. Everyone else, tuck the toe. We're going to lift. We're going to shift. Good. If you want to come forward into one final belly down vinyasa flow here, feel free to take it. Otherwise, we're going to take everything into the other side. So those of you that need to be on your back, you're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Everyone else will follow me. Left leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee, rounding forward, taking that knee behind the wrist. We're going to work ourselves down here. Good. Fill in any space. And then from here, think about that left hip coming back a smidge, right hip coming forward a smidge, belly button is in. 5 breaths. Maybe with a smile. Joy of hip opening. It's love and hate for me. And then from here, you choose staying where you are, or maybe you take that down a little bit deeper. 5 breaths. When you're ready, carefully coming back up. Good. Those of you that are on your back, carefully roll over to your side, come to a seat. Those of us that went belly down, good. We're going to carefully come up. We're going to take that foot back. We're going to drop the knees. We're going to find a child's pose here. Knees as wide as the mat, together somewhere in between. Arms are going to come long in front of you, or hands are going to come by the ankles. You choose. You can let your abs go here, but keep expansion in the rib cage. And if it's safe for you to do so and you want just a little bit of an engagement here, take your hands into the mat, press lightly. So similar to what you would do in a downward facing dog. This will not feel good to everybody's hips or knees, so be mindful of that. And then from here, when you're ready, good. I'm just going to come up. Good. I'm going to cross my ankles. This might not be a safe transition for some of you. And I'm going to come right back. Good. Coming into Badakanasana. So the seated version of where we started on our back. So we'll take the soles of the feet together. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, long spine. Breathe and expand. Inhale, exhale, we'll come out of there. Good. We're going to do something a little bit different here that we're not used to doing. So I'm going to take my right hand to the right, down onto the floor. Left hand's going to come up. I'm going to reach, reach, reach. I'm going to side bend from here. Good. Breathe and expand. Good. Inhale, exhale, we're going to come up. Inhale, reach and lengthen. We're going to go back to the right again. We're going to get a little bit of rotation. Hands are going to come down. Good. Shin is going to be more gentle. Thigh is going to be not as gentle, but remember, we never sacrifice. Good. 4-minute twist to crank through the spine. Inhale and lift. Exhale, center. Keep those arms up. We're going to reset. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, exhale, use your abs to come back up. Same thing on the other side. Left hand's going to come down. Right arm's going to come up. Inhale, exhale, take that side bend towards the left. Breathe and expand. Inhale, exhale, coming back up. Inhale and reach. Exhale, take that twist. Same side. Good. Find where you need to be. Breathe and expand. Good. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to center. Last time. Inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. And we'll come back up from there. Good. We're going to bring this in. Have your strap handy. Good. Have at least one block handy. And then if you've got other props that you like during Shavasana time, kind of have them handy too. And we're going to come back onto our backs, whatever way you need to get back there. Good. We're going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to grab our strap. Good. I'm just going to kind of do this right here. Good. Threading between the pointer and thumb, or reach that long. We're going to get into some scapular mobility here. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking. Pressing evenly into the feet. As you lift the hips, we're going to lift the arms. We're going to take them behind us. And then we're going to lower that back down. And we'll go again, press and lift. And lower back that down one more time. So always stopping and honoring where your body needs you to go or not go, and lower that back down. Good. We're going to release the strap. Take your block. We're going to put the block on the lowest setting, the townhouse setting. Press into the feet. We're going to put that right under the sacrum, right under the tailbone. Good. So if this would just feel good to you right now, just to stay here in the supported bridge, then you can just stay here, honor your body, ignore everything else. Those of us that want one last little core challenge, take those knees back in a tabletop. Belly button stays in here. Now you've got more range of motion to go into those bicycles. Again, back to where we started, kind of. Good. Good. Let's reverse directions. Good. And then from here, taking the feet to the floor, I'm going to lift my hips. I'm going to remove that block. Good. I'm going to bring my knees into the chest here. Rock, rock, rocking side to side. Final hip opener, happy baby or happy adult. So remember, happy adult, knees are going to go towards the shoulders. Knees will bend. You're just going to grab at the shins. Feet won't touch. Happy baby, maybe inside, outside, or yogi toe grip. Light little grip here. Wherever you're going, adult or baby, find length from crown to tail. Belly button is in. So try not to let your butt come all the way back up here and find air time. Can you find that anchor? And then from here, we're going to release. Good. We're going to come into Shavasana from here. Come into it any way that you need to come into it. Do you want to be long and just let things flop open? Do you need to have a bend in the knees? Do you need to be on your side, your belly? If you've got blocks or a bolster or something like that that you would rather have under your legs here for a little bit of a low back or psoas muscle release, feel free to take it. I didn't listen to my own advice. I put my blanket too far away from me. I'm going to use that for a little neck pillow here. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Settle in. Make yourself about 10% more comfortable. And I'll leave you here for a few short moments. Come back to that intention of joy. Taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes. Choosing stillness or taking knees into the chest. Choosing to keep the upper body grounded, or maybe you want to lift it into a full body hug. And choosing stillness, removing any props you may have used out from underneath the legs, taking your legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips, the edge of the toes, full body stretch, point and flex through the feet. Bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over onto your right or left side, the side that works best for you in this moment. And once you feel okay here, you can press yourself up to a comfortable seat where we normally start our yoga practice. And once you find that tall seat, could you find a tall spine? Thinking about the ears, the shoulders, and the hips in alignment. Noticing how you feel now versus when you started. And fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen nice and tall. Touching palms together. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Reconnecting with that intention you made for yourself, joy, or something else that you chose. We'll take our thumbs to our forehead for good and true thoughts, to our lips for good and kind words, and to our hearts for open and loving hearts, knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well. You have a wonderful day, evening, or week ahead. Namaste.